everybody. It is another great show at Live on Purpose. Thank you for tuning in each and every Saturday. And make sure you tell a friend to subscribe to Purpose Speaks. Today, we have the president and CEO of Karamu House, a staple here in the Cleveland area. I am so excited to talk to him today about what's new at Karamu House. So, you know what to do. Get your glass of wine and let's get it. Here with Tony Sias at the Karamu House, and you are the president and CEO.
Yes, I am.
Awesome. So I'm interested to talk to you. Let's just dig right in. Let's start talking about the history of Karamu House. A lot of people, even Cleveland residents, they either have heard about it and don't know a lot about it, or they've never heard about Karamu House. So let's kind of give them a little information.
So Karamu House is 101 years old. It's the oldest African-American or multicultural theater in the country. It was founded by Russell and Rowena Jelliff, two Oberlin graduates who came to the community and started this settlement. Settlement houses originally were designed for immigrants from other countries to become acclimated to urban environments. And then the migration of African Americans from the South to the Midwest and North, then Karamu was the first settlement in the Cleveland area to welcome African Americans.
Wow.
So that was very out of the box back in
That's
1915.
Something I didn't know. Okay.
So the first couple of years of Karamu, they used kind of sports and sports to kind of engage community members. And then in 1917, they started using the arts as the primary tool to connect cultures and to begin to talk about culture and social change.
Okay. Now, how would you say over time has it developed and kind of come to the staple that it is in the Cleveland community?
Well, originally arts was again like the thing that people came together to kind of, do as fun and games.
Right.
But afterwards, this whole concept of theater and arts inside of Karamu got to be really serious. And so it became a premier training ground back in the 30s and 40s and here today. So a lot of people like the Gilpin Players was one acting company that came out of Karamu. That Karamu Ensemble went to the World's Fair. People like James Pickens Jr. or Robert Guillaume from Benson, or Ruby Dee, and the list goes on. So that was a strong training ground, the premier training ground. So when people left Karamu back in the day and went to New York and the West Coast, or even to London, if you said you came from Karamu, they knew that you had gotten solid training in theater and that you brought a professionalism and a work ethic that will rival any other. So it was kind of like a calling card if you had come out of the Karamu family. And so that's one of the things that we're currently doing today is reinstating some of our arts education programs, specifically in dance, theater, and vocal music.
Great.
That we're having community programs that then will allow people to see other forms of entertainment. So we're going to be having jazz concerts, a comedy show. And there's more to come. More to come.
Okay. Now, when students are in school and going through training within school as far as arts and things like that, secondary to that, should they be involved in the settlement like Karamu House?
Well, cultural arts institution like Karamu House, without question.
Right. Okay.
I think we evolved from the settlement to now. Our mission today is to produce professional theater, provide arts education and community programs for all people while honoring the African American experience.
Okay.
So we want to be a professional institution producing art as well as an arts education and learning center. So without question, a student getting arts education or acting classes, dance classes, theater classes at their school, we then can provide that next level of training for that young person to prepare them for whether they want to go to college and study the arts, or adult, because we have adult classes as well.
Right.
So it's a place that you can come get additional training in your desired area of dance, theater, vocal music.
Right. Okay. So now tell me, before you became president and CEO, what was your experience with Karamu House?
So I moved to Cleveland in 1991. In 1992, I did my first show here at Karamu.
Wow. Okay.
So I've been involved for about the first 15 years, I was actively involved as an actor and director. And over the last 10 years, I was more of a patron. I wasn't doing much as it relates to creating and producing art here, but I was a patron. I would see things. So Karamu has been near and dear to my heart for a very long time, even prior to coming to Cleveland, because of course, I studied theater in undergraduate and graduate school. So Karamu is one of those places that you hear about it. It's this great place that you want to touch and feel and see.
Right.
When I came to Karamu and to the first, just to visit the institution, I had never seen the level of talent and this many African Americans coming together to create and produce work.
Yeah.
The first show I saw here was a show entitled Hot Mikado, and it's based off of the opera, The Mikado, but Hot Mikado was a swing version.
Right.
Important director Mike Malone was directing the show, and just to see the level of talent, I was awestruck. I feel like I had died and had arrived in heaven when I got here.
Right. Okay. Awesome. When we come back, I want to talk more about what's going on with Karamu House now, as well as what are the changes to come when we talk more with Tony in just a moment. Live on Purpose Internet TV show is the vehicle that's going to be what propels that information out for the community and for the members of the community. But it's a movement. I mean, really exposing and bringing information to the public about the community. I'm just a vessel for people's stories to be heard. So a while ago when I was speaking at a conference, this lady came up to my mom and said, your daughter, man, the way she speaks, she speaks with purpose. And it just kind of stuck. And I started poetry when she speaks purpose, and it just developed from there. I feel like we all have a purpose, and mine is to develop people and shine a light on people. I represent the person whose voice is big, but doesn't have the power behind it, doesn't have the network behind it. I want to be that network. Welcome back, everybody. Here with Tony Sias of Karamu House, having a great conversation, and I'm really excited to learn more about what you said at Blues in the Night and the opening. And you said that we were going to get back to the education piece and really dig in and some of the productions that you all have coming up. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, what I'm really excited about is that our arts education programs are for all people. So we have classes for adults, we have classes for students, we have classes for young, old, black, white, everybody.
I love it.
So classes happen on evenings and weekends, dance, theater, acting, and vocal music. That's what we want to be here for. And I think the reason why we chose those specific disciplines because they're pathways to our stages. So when we then produce a show, people have gotten the necessary training to then be prepared to hit the stage. This is my first full season here at Karamu, and I was so excited to see you at Blues in the Night. That was our opening show of the production. We got rave reviews about the quality of the production. So thank you.
Great, yes.
The next show that's coming up is a show entitled Rashida Speaking, and it's a workplace drama.
That's going to be good.
Oh, yeah.
We all know about the workplace.
And drama.
Right. They go hand in hand.
And this is and I would call this a dramedy.
Okay.
Because these two women are pitted against each other by their boss, this doctor. So they're working in this doctor's office, and one woman is white, one woman is black. And it kind of takes some very real issues that we deal with today and in the workplace and kind of bring the humor of it all to surface. But it's something to really experience. And so Rashida Speaking by Joel Drake Johnson, directed by Sarah May, who is a former artistic director here 15, 20 years ago. But it's something to really experience. And what I like about the play, it's a one act. It's about an hour and 25 minutes. You get in, you stay involved in the drama.
Right. And then you're out.
And you're out.
Okay. I love it. Jam-packed production. So what about an inspiring person who wants to write a play or who wants to be on that side of it, the writing, the producing, the directing piece of it? What type of, education or what type of support would Karamu House lend to someone on that, looking to go that way?
So we're looking forward to reinstating our Arena Festival, and that's our New Plays Festival.
Okay.
So in the very near future, we'll have an education manager who will then be overseeing that aspect of it.
Okay.
So right now, when people are interested in their plays, we're welcome to, we invite them to send them in to read them. But just like anything else, plays have to be developed. And so we look at very raw work to say, hey, okay, you've written this. There's some great themes here. It might need some more work. And so moving forward, we want to be able to work with playwrights to help them shape and develop pieces.
That's awesome.
And so we would then help them to provide stage readings for this work, bring other playwrights in who may be more advanced in writing, and help develop that talent. As relates to directors, what we're going to begin to do is partner aspiring directors with seasoned directors so that they can begin to see what that process looks like.
Okay.
Because what's really important for us, we want to hone and develop raw talent.
Yes.
And what's important to me in my thinking is that you don't want to give a person a project who isn't prepared for that project.
Right.
You want to help build capacity around the person, help develop their skills so that when they are given the opportunities, and you start small and you move them up progressively, that then they are continuously honing and developing their skills, whether it is in playwriting or directing or even looking at technical theater.
Right.
We really want to be able to train people and educate people so that they can take their work from Karamu to the next level.
Right. Setting them up for success, so to speak.
Thank you.
When I think about Karamu House, I always, and every time I've come here, being involved in poetry and different things, and I've been here over the years, I always think about fame. For some reason, I don't know. And I'm wondering is, you remember Debbie Allen giving that speech at the beginning, if blood, sweat. Do you guys give that candid feedback that, maybe you've been singing in church since you were 2, but you're coming to, and here's how we're going to prepare you for the real world? Are there coaches to do that, or do you just kind of placate to to what people already think?
No, I think prior to coming to Karamu, I was in education at the college and at the K-12 level.
Okay.
So education and training is very important.
Absolutely.
And that it is around blood, sweat, and tears, because whatever you do in life as a profession and advocate or vocation, advocation, profession, or something that you just want to do, you should do your best and invest in it and learn from it and reflect and grow. So that's as much about Karamu as it is about me as an individual.
Yes.
To stay in a continuous state of improvement, to reflect on your successes, to celebrate those successes, but how do you grow from those experiences?
Right.
And that's really key to anything that you do.
I agree. So what's next for Karamu House? I know Rashida Speaking is coming up. What about this season can people expect in the city of Cleveland?
So Rashida Speaking opens this Friday, November 4th. After that, in early December, we have Sister Act, which is, we're excited about that piece.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that one.
Everybody knows about Sister Act. And so get your tickets now for Sister Act. I want to encourage you now.
It's going to be sold out.
The tickets
Trust me.
are selling exceptionally well.
That's awesome.
After that, we then have a show entitled Repairing a Nation. And Repairing a Nation is a show that deals with class action lawsuit around Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. But it deals with it in a contemporary setting.
Okay.
And then we close the season with an American comedy called You Can't Take It With You. This wacky family comes together with this very traditional bougie family, for lack of choice of better words. And a lot of tomfoolery ensues. So it's a wonderful comedy that you just want to catch.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful piece.
Great.
Again, we will have a comedy show coming up. So the most important piece is go to our website.
Yes, please tell our viewers.
Our website is karamuhouse.org. KARAMUHOUSE.org. And come check us out. Things are changing every day on that website. That's where you can get all of our information. You learn about our programs. You hear sound bites from me and folks from the community. You can always reach our box office at 216 216-795-7077. That's 216-795-70777. And and as I tell people, I keep an open door policy. So if you have a question for me, feel free to call me. Check out my email address is on the website, so I'm not going to give you the email address. Go to the website and check me out.
Absolutely.
Shoot me a message or give me a phone call, because we're interested in your questions, your comments, telling us what you want to see.
Yeah.
And equally as important, Karamu is a nonprofit organization.
We're interested in your help.
And we are interested in your help and your support.
Absolutely.
So donations make a huge difference in the livelihood of the institution, but equally as important, buy a ticket. Tell a person about what's happening at Karamu. Come see what's happening at Karamu. We'll have free events coming up. We have a series called In the Tradition. That is a celebration from Kwanzaa, MLK Day, and Black History Month. So all that detail is up. We will have, it's free to the community. We want people to come out, participate in the activities, see performances. So the word Karamu House is a Kiswahili word for a place of joyful gathering. So the doors of the house are open, and we want you to come to be a part of the place of joyful gathering, because this is not just a Fairfax institution, this is a Cleveland institution.
Yes.
This is our American institution.
Absolutely.
That's celebrated throughout the world.
Absolutely. So go to karamuhouse.org. We'll be back with a few thoughts. Wow, I told you guys we were going to have another great show all about Karamu House. Make sure you go to karamuhouse.org to find out how you can participate, how you can help, and find out more about Rashida speaking coming up real soon. We love you here at Live on Purpose. Hope to see you next week.